If you don't use your voice, you're pretty much just like a little baby bitch. Like you already.
Hello, everybody. Today we have a person named Allie. She's here with us in a podcast of the Dumb System Behavior, and then she'll be talking about him in the past like months or years about that situations going on in VR chat. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Ooze, a former or possible victim of this thing, but currently I am 13, in fact, and yeah, that's basically all you gotta know.
All right, and then we'll get started. How long you been trying to research from that guy?
So far since I met him, I believe 2 or 1 week ago. Currently, I didn't really know about the situation until I got informed that he was in fact a predator. But due to all the amount of research and clips that are on, I'm figuring that he has groomed over 8 minors. He's trying to currently manipulate me since he has texted me some awfully weird things. So around around 2 weeks of research, I believe, there is some awful evidence that he has ERP'd for minor, as well with getting
Okay.
minors to his server to get manipulated. He's letting minors such as myself into this one freak circus server that is filled with ERP and not safe for work content. As such, there are clips, videos, and being touchy overall with minors. And there's also, he's currently grooming one of my current friends named Pixie. I believe you have heard of her before. And basically, he's got her address because of peer pressure and comfort, since he kind of peer pressured her into giving her address to him. He is also faking DID, 27-year-old, and it's an overall weird predator. As research that I've gotten currently was such commenting weird and explicit images to minors. For an example, I'm not sure if I can say this, but nudes.
Okay.
As such, I'm not too good at explaining what he's exactly done. Not really the type of person to explain stuff, but you could also ask the other people that are in the thing. Anyways, speaking of it, he was taking a 16-year-old into a private room to ERP with him. He also has sent weird GIFs, like stickers, basically.
Yeah. Weird gifs, emojis, like showing about little animations of like images when you upload it through on the VR chat website?
Yep. Not only in VR chat, but mainly in Discord.
What was he sending to one of those miners?
There is some stuff that he sent to me, but let me unblock this. He sent like two like cat people kind of making out.
Okay.
He sent something with an anime getting held by her neck and her enjoying it. He also has in his server a bot, Nicotine, who whenever he says the N word,
Oh.
they do a little heart emoji or something heart related. And including that, he is white, really white, and extremely racist. He is a man-child, and to be honest, a really weird person in total. He also sent an emoji said like head pass, but it's basically an anime girl hopping on, dick.
Oh, okay.
You might want to censor that part out, but including that, he has sent some weird things. For an example, are you okay with me saying these things on the podcast?
That's okay for you if you like to share it to the other people and the viewers.
He has called me an ignorant nigger.
Oh.
I can say that. I'm mixed.
Okay.
He also has said to me, so I asked him if he wanted to chill with me and my friend. This is whenever we first met. And he said, we finna chill soon. And you better be vibing. And he also asked me to match his Ragatha for some reason.
Okay.
He's also called me a little fag. He's also called me a cutie. He knows I'm 13. He's heard my voice before, obviously.
Yeah.
And he says, quote unquote, it's okay. AK, it's okay. It will. Want to try and fulfill our Prince Oliver. And then whenever I told him I'm not really good at fulfilling people's desires because I didn't want to, and he told me it's fine, only your voice and efforts. As well as he was kind of scaring me in this part, but I didn't quite understand what he was talking about. So he quote unquote said, "Quit acting dumb. The Freak Circus fan at your age." Yes, so what? And saying I was texting him on Discord because he added me out of nowhere because I didn't even give him my Discord.
Okay.
And basically, I told him my day was pretty ass. And then he quote unquote said, "Damn, want to make it better later?" As well as up to G, maybe at a time allotted. Allotted means like set in place. And he's also said, hold on, I'm looking at the messages.
It's okay.
And I
Take
told
your
him he
time.
was scaring me. Huh?
It's okay. Take your time if you're trying to look for them.
Yeah. So I also told him I was a little bit scared of him. And he said, we scare everyone. There's also documents of him playing condo games. He's been terminated, but then banned. He also has sent
What
me
platform was that on? Roblox?
Roblox.
Okay.
There's proof and
I
evidence
get
on that.
that too much about a lot of people who just keeps like liking about some freaking weird games on the platform.
And also he has sent me a Jeff or sticker in this case. So it was, and then it's kind of like study time, and then Roblox sex. It's kind of like a meme. Like it's someone being bored and then someone locking in on a computer.
Jesus.
He has done some awful things to minors, including sexual intent, like he's currently doing with me. I'm trying to get involved in this case, but I'm also trying not to be the main victim, because there's many other victims. Currently, a decoy on the work.
How many?
But according,
How many victims were involved in this situation?
so I'm not too sure the exact number. I'm believing there's over, I think over 20.
Oh,
That's at least what I got from the information. But depending on the view of my friends who are victims from this person, there is. I might be name dropping the VR chat usernames. Would that be okay?
name dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna be sharing around the people in the game about like to stay away from that person.
No, name dropping is kind of like you say specifically that person's name, basically.
Okay.
So, depend on my friends, Lyra, Pixie. Pixie's currently a minor who is 16, getting groomed, has ARP'd with him, been in a private room with him, talked about some sexual intent with him. He has currently.
What's world was in the private room?
I'm not sure, but I believe it was a like Popcorn Palace or B Cosmetics. I'm not too sure, but there is a video on someone ARPing with him. If you want to go watch that, it's in the evidence
Yeah.
or in the Derpy Christian thingy. Yeah, censor that
Yep.
part out, please.
I can see those things before. I saw one that's in Prisma's Avatar Surge and what was it? Popcorn Palace.
Mm-hmm. He is currently 26 in the military, by the way. He talks about his Buddha joystick in front of minors.
Jesus.
And he has pretended to be 16 on his old account, pretended to be 17, and yet again pretended to be 17. Pretended to be 16 and pretended to be 17 twice.
Okay.
And he's been currently grooming minors, as well as saying things like "you're such a cute student," since they were like role playing as Circle and Abby. Saying
FPE
you're like
roleplay?
yep,
Okay.
a PE roleplay, except it's fucking incest. You could say.
Yeah.
Saying some shit like "you're the perfect son I've been needing," "your Abby fulfills my circle with ease." He's been trying to use scare tactics on people. For example, yelling and manipulative tactics in total. He's also been, "I'm the teacher after all, I want best education for my star student. I apologize for being such a naughty teacher. Please allow me to treat you." As well as, "you had a knockout going through a stage of being not gang, twin, Iwu, Bessie twin." He is really disgusting. I'm going based off the document. He's been sextorting teenagers, sells yard chat porn, and allows minors into the Freak Circus ERP group, which he owns. He used to serve for the Marines, by the way, and plays Rebel Condos games and got terminated because of it. He also faked his DID. Talks about his TOE warning, by the way, sensitive topics, but rape and incest kinks openly in front of and two minors. Also, forgot to mention this earlier. He also talked to a minor, 13 years old, my age, not me though, about masturbating. I already sent this video. It was about 2 weeks ago. He was also yelling at another minor, I believe, because they were mute. I also believe that he talked about cracking glow sticks but like he means it in like a inappropriate manner, like cracking as in sex.
Okay.
He's petting minors. I've been pet by him. I mean, petting is normal, but like in a weird sexual intent manner.
In a weird sexual things is not okay. If it's
Yep.
like a normal patting, like when you get pets in your head, that's an okay, I guess. But can be a little bit weird, to be
He
honest.
also has kissed multiple minors. He's been arrested twice, actually, for sexually harassing a minor, and I also believe uh, assaulting an officer.
Okay.
And he has taken a 16-year-old to a private room in Popcorn Palace for ERP purposes, and they also I forgot to mention this. They called the victim cute. Also saying like a gross clip. Like it's a really gross. Like there's a lot of gross clips on the thingy, but it's basically Chris moaning his 16-year-old on his lap.
Did he reveal his own body about sharing it to the minor?
Oh, I forgot. Wait, he has sent a dick pic.
Has
Or
he face revealed before to other
yep,
victims?
I believe so. We already have his face,
Okay.
his like all his information, including all
And
his
and
signature.
and you said that he works in the military, right?
Yeah, I mean, I believe he used to. I'm not
Okay.
really the person to like get into this. The best person to describe this to you would be Misfit or Maggot.
Misfit maggot. All right.
But yeah, basically he's faking the ID and he's faking being trans. That's why I wouldn't be calling him by his preferred pronouns. I'm
Yeah.
not transphobic, by the way. He's just not actually transgender, a trans person. But he was doing avatars. For an example, this one, like a Virtua avatar, that's is pretty nude, to say for the least.
Okay.
He kicks anyone in his server who doesn't join. I guess in perfect spawn, to be exact. He is not someone you want to interact with. He is disgusting and weird. And if you're under the age of 13, 14, under the age of 16 at least, at best. Somewhere where he mainly targets people who are gullible, vulnerable, in a space of, in a time of need.
Okay. Has he
There,
ever made it like in a group instance as a public, like the Freak Circus that has like no private rooms? Has he ERP'd out there when there's like people around here or not?
not yet, but I've been suspecting that he probably has once or twice. Give me a minute, by the way, please.
Okay. Let's wait for the guest. Can take about like a minute, everyone. We always let the people take their time, whatever they're doing.
Sorry for the wait. I was getting food.
Okay.
So, could you please ask the question you were meant to say?
Has he ever tried ERPing with the other people around his group instance in like some other like the Freak Circus worlds without having like a private room?
Since I'm not too sure about that, since I don't hang around him that much, I'm just kind of going based off my perspective. Since I do get invited quite a lot by him,
Okay.
but there's something interesting that I wanted to share.
All right.
May I go ahead?
How many people were defending him?
In total, I know of none. But something interesting that I do want to share is that when I was in a lobby with Pixie, one of his victims, who the predator has address.
Yeah.
They said that they were starting to lose interest in one of the victims, or I'm getting bored of someone, to be exact. I'm too sure what he meant by that because he didn't specify who he was getting bored of, but he was getting bored of someone, to say the least.
Okay.
Besides that, oh, go ahead.
Was there any witnesses with the dumb system that were like trying to like partner up each other doing some sexual ways to the other different people of the victims or not?
Nope, just him. I believe he probably is in contact with other predators. That's at least what I'm suspecting. That's just a theory. I'm not too sure about that.
Okay.
But it's a suspicion, basically. Because he's friends with quite a lot of people since he is a trusted user, I think.
Okay.
But proximity, like there's already some professionals. For example, there are some people who are trying to get this man arrested. For example, the team, the gang, basically.
Yeah.
We already have we already raided his server. I got banned from the server. I think he's currently trying to sextort me or trying to talk to me in a sexual manner where I would get comfortable with him. Currently, I haven't blocked. I haven't unfriended on VRChat because that's really bad for me being in contact with him. But I'm obviously still gonna be interacting with him, and there's reasons for that. Would you like me to tell you that?
Sure. If there's
Okay.
anything you want to share to the people, go ahead.
So, Dark, or in this case, Toxic, he. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking what I was gonna say. Could you, what was the thing I said? I'm sorry, I'm kind of slow right now. Oh. Basically, sorry, I just keep forgetting. It's just too much.
Okay. Just take your time. We already know there's a little too much about him.
Yeah, a little too much. There are a couple of YouTube videos.
Yeah, I've seen them around there in the platform. So is that all it in the podcast? Or is there more that you want to
But
share?
there's more, but I can't share it. I would suggest going to my other friends who know more about this. I could introduce you to one of his victims who he has done things with. I'm not sure if she would like to interact, though. because she is a little anxious and traumatized from the whole thing.
Okay.
She knows a lot more than me since she's been his victim for quite some time now.
Okay.
But he has tried interfering with minors. Second date he met him. He tried doing that with me. It's a whole situationship. I don't know how to explain it.
Was he saying about some inappropriate things towards you?
Quite a lot. He he has come up to me. He has whispered some awfully disgusting things. I don't know exactly what. I just know that they are disgusting.
Okay.
He has called me nicknames before, like cutie,
And
love, just
so he just came up to you just because of
most.
calling nicknames like that, right?
No, it was more through text, but some were through, VR
Oh,
chat, of course.
oh,
Um,
okay.
Currently, I'm trying to separate from him and get away from him as soon as possible for my own safety. But I'm also trying to keep an eye on him, so then he doesn't, do that to one of my friends.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to say in the podcast?
Nope, that's basically all I
Right.
know.
Oh, so there's more, or
There is more, but I can't explain all of it because I don't know the whole thing. But try talking to Misfit or Maggot.
all right? We'll be talking to one of those people in the next podcast. So, thank you very much for joining in the podcast of the Dome System Behavior. Thanks for sharing for all of these things in the situations that what's going on. We'll try to keep on track to stop that guy, get him arrested for like life, or turn into like some files in a documentary to the court or in a police station where he lives around his town. So yeah. All right, everybody. We are going to be in the next podcast. Today we have a next guest is Misfit underscore Soap. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Misfit Soup. I am the second owner of the Maggot Gang group.
Okay. Are you an investigator or a catcher?
I investigate and we catch, a lot of the time.
For how long you guys been investigating and catching?
I've probably been for nearly a year, so I'd
Oh,
say nearly quarter to a year.
okay. Where do you investigate and catching on?
Wait, pardon, what was that question?
Where do you investigate and catching
Um,
online?
I'd say mostly throughout roleplay communities is probably where we go.
Okay. And what's your game platform to you?
VR chat.
Okay. Can you ask me some questions about through the audience about who is the dumb system?
The dance system, yeah.
Yes.
Um, well, the dumb system. Like, do you want his introduction on who
Yeah,
he is?
like anything.
Okay,
What has been
yeah,
doing on this behavior in the past few years. More just a year,
yeah,
I
of
guess.
course. So, the dumb system is a 26 to 27-year-old man, who lives in an American state. and his name is Christian. He goes into roleplay instances, Minecraft, all these children games that young people play, and he slowly but gradually will go up to them, will bring affection that makes them like latch on easy, kind of like a parental figure or some safe guardian, and he'll promise things to you, and he'll manipulate your mind into where you're in denial about anything that gets said about him around you. You get protective basically. He manipulates kids, he gets into their heads, he grooms them basically. And we've had multiple cases of at least 3+ victims, even over the age of 18. And we found him, and when we did find him, he was with a 13-year-old. And at this current time, he is placing to be a 17-year-old guy, which he is not. And we have straight proof of that. So yeah.
And where do you collect the proofs and a documentary about him?
We collect them from all the victims that come to us about him, and we make sure to thoroughly go through that evidence, because you don't want to just get evidence and it be somebody else's username, they sound completely different, and you're about to false accuse some random person. We make sure we listen to the voice, we listen to the actions, the bio, the pronouns in the bio, especially, in his group especially, and we make sure to look for all of those signs and proof that he says that he is that account. He sounds like he's in that account. We gradually try to get the victims to show us proof, which most of them are compliant with that mostly. And our first ever bit of proof came from my friend Zesty, who I found in the instance when I first met Derpy. And I looked into it, and it was probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Alright. I'm gonna ask for some little bit of couple of questions about this predator.
Yeah.
Alright, so how do you guys know about his social media platforms like on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or something like that?
So at first we didn't gradually go look for his social media. Our first ever platform to go look on was VRChat. But how we found those was through my mate, Zesty. He was the investigator way before everybody else, first ever one, and he gave us every bit of proof. We looked into those social media accounts, and a lot of those names add up to his current or old banned VRChat usernames. So that's how we found out.
Okay. And how do you guys know about his address that he lives?
That also came from Zesty, so yeah.
Okay. But do you know how they actually found his home or anything like that?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised by the way that Derpy is. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got his address a few times.
Okay. How many victims were involved with that guy?
I'm gonna have to go back and check. So our first one was probably Luna, and gradually that moved on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe about 7 or 8, 9. Yeah.
Okay. I heard there was like 20 or 10.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were.
Okay. What was he really doing towards a minor about like sending stuff that is really inappropriate to them?
So, like, what was he sending?
Yes, towards that a minor that is not safe for them.
Yeah, so he was sending not safe for work stuff to minors through Discord, acting really unsafe around them like a predator. He has acted sexual, texted sexual things, so much disgusting stuff. Pictures of himself, or just like porn pics that he would find of different characters from children games, and make them into GIFs and send them to minors.
Were the minors like kind of a bit scared about that when they're involved with, or were they just whatever how they felt?
I have spoken to a couple of them about it. A lot of the victims that I have that were in the document are not ones that I did personally, so that was Zesty's doing. But the ones that we have that went through that were very uncomfortable, felt very unsafe in that situation. But due to blackmail and him having apparently one of their addresses, everything can get kids scared into that mindset and thinking that they can't leave. And that's just kind of how it ends up.
Okay. All right. Do you know when you guys gonna try to contact the police department about that guy to turn in some documents?
We are all minors, and so when it comes to reporting that guy to the police, it's either it doesn't work because we haven't tried. We want to, but with our research and everything, it could easily end up into a court case, and we don't want to end up into legal action. A lot of us are minors. Some of us were barely involved, only just now, and
Yeah. You guys, because all of you guys are minors and you can't be in the courts because, like, you need to have to be an adult, or parents can help y'all if they can or not. Like, that's literally up to them.
Yeah, and I wish parents would also have a look at what their children.
Yeah, or maybe like try to contact with a different content creators who does like pred catching, like GDon. Some other guys, there are small content creators that actually carries the documents files about showing them that what's really going on about the predator, what he was doing or something like that.
Yeah, and it's also, I blame a lot of the kids' parents. Like, of course, kids shouldn't be doing some of the things that they were doing with him on VR chat, but I blame the parents for not watching out for their kids and looking on their VR and seeing what they're doing and keeping a good eye on their social media. It can get to a point, so legal, like, we've had people come to us saying, oh yeah, I just sent the FBI to his house, blah, blah, blah. Obvious bullshit lies, but at this current time, we do have a content creator contacting us, and Maggot has been talking to him about the whole situation, so we're going to get that sorted before we can do anything.
And who's the content creator?
FFI, a famous YouTube creator for hunting pedophiles. We don't know for sure if that is him. I'm not assuming. Maggot thinks it's him. He said he's him, but I want to say now that FFI, if it isn't him, that's going to be a big problem because we don't know who this is. But yeah, at this current time, we think we have FFI.
Have you tried to confirm with them that if he is the real content creator FFI?
I haven't been able to get in contact with him. He got in contact with, I think, Maggot first, and I haven't had a chance to talk to him at all. But I'm going to try and get Maggot to see and confirm that that is FFI.
Okay. What else? Let's see. And how is the Maggot gang trying to think to arrest with that guy?
To arrest him?
Yeah. With the police department or with like a detective, something like that.
So we can't get we can get contact to his police department, but we don't know how we're going to just say, oh yeah, there's a guy lives here, he's straight up pedophilic, look through his stuff, you know?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of minors doing this.
Yeah,
and it's so much
if it's a little
easier.
too short, then you gotta like give
Yeah.
them like a full story about what was really going on.
Yeah, and we'd love for VRChat to actually take responsibility and look at these reports and look into it and them take legal action instead of us minors having to do so much to just get them away from people.
Sometimes VR chat moderations get too a little lazy sometimes,
Yeah.
so it kind of sucks. They need like a better moderator to be active like all day when they can receive reports.
Yeah,
If they
and we get
don't,
like VRChat so
if they
busy.
don't, I guess somebody could sue them and probably shut it down in the game. That'll be sad for the
Yeah,
small
exactly.
people.
Yeah. And so we've reported him so many times, the same evidence, everything. But a lot of the time we don't share the documents or anything that we have as it can endanger the minors that are in that document.
Yeah.
So the other one is for free use, one of the other documents is not for free use. So we use that one to report him for all the stuff that he's done.
Yeah. How long was the dumb system been on this game platform?
I'm gonna have to guess when we first met him, since his accounts have been banned so many times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 2 years, maybe more. As I'm guessing.
Still guessing?
Oh, yeah, still guessing.
Alright.
Yeah, so probably about 2 years.
Alright, 2 years. So that's 2024 when he started playing that game platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What was he showing pictures himself towards the victims?
So we have one picture of him for some reason arching over. No nudity at all. That's the lucky thing.
Okay.
But just bending over, he looked very twink-like, if I do say so myself. But the rest that he was sending to minors was porn characters from children's fandoms.
Children's fandoms, what was it like?
It was fundamental paper education, incest,
Okay.
and TADC. A lot of those fandoms that are currently blowing up.
TADC, what? Oh, wait. Oh, it's the Amazing Digital Circus, I get it.
Yeah.
TADC got me a little confused right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I thought it was like just Tat Kick or whatever that name is.
Yeah. And Forsaken and all that. So.
Forsaken. Worst communities ever.
Yeah.
Even VR chat communities.
Sadly, yeah.
Alright, how many times does he been sending those inappropriate images to the minor?
Multiple times.
Multiple? Do you know how much the total that he's been sending to him?
No, we don't know the total. We haven't counted all of them. All we do is just look at what we've got and we're like, alright, he sent that. We do not keep track, but if I had got to say by the screenshots that I'm looking at, about over 23 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably, yeah.
Alright, let's see, what else? How long were you been working with the other team of the Maggot Gang or some other groups of people trying to investigate with that guy?
We've been investigating him since May,
Okay.
and yeah.
And what are your groups to investigate towards him?
We've just been using Maggot Gang, but we make sure to go through Derpy's groups when we find his new accounts and make sure there's instances open where we can go in, tell
Yeah.
those people what's happened, and getting banned from those groups for good.
Yeah. I know last time I did went to his instance, like, around, 4 months ago, I think. I was confronting with that guy. This motherfucker started screaming like a fucking little bitch or something, like a fucking Karen.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't stop fucking being so loud.
Yeah, he has some sort of mental problem. We can't see what it is, but obviously he's probably mentally unstable.
Yeah. This man definitely needs to be arrested forever.
Yeah, he does. I hope so.
Or
soon,
some hunter or something.
yeah. Hopefully.
Like if somebody wants to hunt him down, I got no words about that.
Yeah, whoever
that would
lives
be
in Maryland,
crazy.
honestly, whoever lives in Maryland. Whew.
Yep, there's a community that says kill your local pedophile, I guess.
You're a local pedophile.
That's probably kind of a bit bad to kill them, but it's a good thing to arrest them.
Obviously, get him out of that neighborhood. You don't know what his next plan could be to even go IRL with what he's doing.
Yeah. Alright, who is the leader to investigate that guy?
Me. I was the main person. We found him in a beat table, the Archer World.
So you're the leader of the Maggot Gang group, or?
No, so I'm the leader of the investigation, as I was the first one that went into it, first one that found everything. Maggot, or TSJ Gaming, is the owner. I'm just the second owner.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share to the audience about him?
I'm just gonna say, if you find his account or anything, make sure you've put whatever this interview and all the information that you have into a report, and whatever you got from this interview into a report, and report them as fast as you can. Do not get involved with the situation at all. If you do find him, please contact anyone. And yeah, don't get involved with them. Just block him and report him and move on.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's good for me.
Alright. So, this is Misfits_soup, everybody. And then we'll be moving to our next guest. Today, this is the last guest is the Maggot 038.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. I am the Maggot of Maggot Gang. Very corny name, but it's low-key chill. I'm low-key, like me, I'm low-key kind of like one of the many people that have kind of like attacked this dude, I guess. But in a way, I think the way that it, like, this whole thing's gone about, it's just big for, like, that's very big for me and all the others. I think in my way anyway, it's very big.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go from like the start of this whole thing, from when I first encountered him, and from that, it was me and a bunch of my other pals, and we were just dicking around. We were just having a bit of a laugh because we were bored. We had nothing else to do, and we were just bored and decided to go rage bait somewhere, e.g. like a Dandy's World, because a lot of the people in there do fake like mental disorders, and we're not very big fans of that. So we did pull up to like many places, and one of them was a Dandy's World. And we were just bouncing from place to place, and we eventually just pulled up on him. At the time, he was called Derby Chris, and we like, look, my mate, it was my mate Cuz said, look in his bio real quick, and we were like, sure. So we looked in his bio. We knew nothing of the guy at the time, by the way. We just saw him as some weirdo and just thought of making fun of him. And it was like, you scrolled in his bio and it was like all his quote-unquote DID alters, and they were just like fairly stupid, fairly dumb. And then it just got weird. It went straight from like, I don't know, Zeus or whatever her name is, like a Greek god or something. And then they went straight into like Jeffrey Dahmer, and we were like, what? It freaked us all out. So we were like, hell nah. Started going at the guy. And then he just like pissed his pants and blocked us. And we were like, okay, weirdo. Looked through his groups, and it just became this whole thing of us trying to like find what groups he's in, just to take the piss, just to have a bit of like fun and have a bit of a laugh. And from that, literally almost a day later, we find this information out. We're all in like a state of shock. We're all like, what? There's no way. And it just evolves from there. It was like, it went from rage bait to like genuinely trying to find the dude and just like smash his head in. Like that never usually happens. Like usually rage bait just happens and they block us and we never see them again. But that like, it just evolved, I guess. And to me, that's like, it's just insane what people like what people are hiding. That's just insane to me. Like after what this guy's done, I'm like, I don't know. It's just absolutely shocking, and I feel like with all the people who've like, I don't know, been done in by this dude and what he's done, I feel really bad for like everyone who's either been involved or has been affected by this guy. It's like almost a sense of guilt because like me and my mates, we like to be there for people from time to time and just make sure people are all right. And the fact that we weren't there and didn't know of that kind of just makes me feel a little bit guilty, because it's like we've not been there to do something, we didn't know of this. Like that's like, but that's also not our fault because we weren't aware of that. And if we were, we would absolutely have done something. But again, weren't aware. But I'm glad I'm aware now, and a lot of other people are aware, because like this dude's like actually being like dragged it, because before, I'm guessing, when it was just a couple people looking into him and doing stuff to him, he wasn't really in the light and not many people knew him. But now that we've like got involved and bigger people's got involved, he's kind of actually been dragged into that light and been shown for who he is, which is amazing. And I don't know how I feel about the other the people who try to like sympathise with him. I feel like sometimes either they're just like under like that. It sounds corny saying this, but they're under some form of like control, I guess. I don't know what the word for it, but like I feel bad, but I also like, I don't know. Mainly bad because they have to like, you know, they defend the dude and they don't know what they're talking about, and that really like that angers me, but also upsets me. But again, we've dealt with that and we've got people like away from them and they're okay, which I'm very glad about. But as well, on that topic, I just hope the dudes just like people like are fully aware of them, and I hope people just stay away from them. Because I mean, since FFI is getting involved, like that's huge. That's like absolutely massive. I'm just hoping he does what he needs to do, and a lot more people are aware, and the dude actually just is gone, which is the main goal. But other than that, I just hope everyone's alright, and I hope everyone's having like a good time, and just not being like, I just hope people are okay now after what's happened. I think that's really about it, to be honest. That's all I've got to say.
Alright. I'll be asking couple of questions about that guy.
Yeah.
Alright. So The first question is, are you an investigator or a catcher, or are you just like both?
I don't know how to describe myself. When it comes down to like me and my group,
Yeah.
the whole thing that we are, I don't know how to describe it. A lot of the time, we keep ourselves to ourselves. If we're not aware of anything, then we're just us. We're just there. But if we're told about something and we're shown evidence or we're not, we'll look into it. Just, we kind of, I'll say we're investigators. Sometimes we catch people, but then a lot of the time we just do investigate things because I don't like people. I don't like if someone's lying about someone. I don't like them being I don't like people lying about another human being just for them to ruin another person's life just because they felt like it. And as well, I like being shown the truth. I like showing people the truth because there's no form of lie should be given to public people. I think that the truth only should be given to the public, and everyone should be shown what is actually happening and what is not happening. I think that's how I see things. So I'd say I'm an investigator of sorts, not to a massive degree, but like some form of degree, I guess. I mean, that's what my whole group's about, and what I'm about. That's about it.
All right. How many people were confronting to that guy?
How many people were what?
Were confronting to that guy?
How many people were confronting? Quite a lot at a time. If we'd find him in an instance, quite a lot of people would just pull up and we'd kind of just jump him, I guess, and make sure to tell other people. I'd say about not a lot, mainly just my main friend group, to be honest, like 6 of us at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes even 3, like not many, but quite a lot.
Yeah. Last time I did confront him with him, he was acting like a fucking little loudly bitch.
Yeah, he does tend to.
He sounds like fucking Karen or something.
Yeah, he does tend to freak out every time he is confronted, which is.
It kind of reminds me of like the one 2 days ago video. Kind of sound like the one guy in the news keeps saying like it's she.
Yeah, I like that.
He kind of actually sounds like him, like fucking
Drake. See, every time we've confronted him, it's like, dude actually like freaks out, and we've never like. He doesn't sit down and like try to prove you wrong. He just screams at you, freaks out, and then runs away. And like that, that's just how like that's funny to me because I'm like, you're just proving people's points. You're proving people that you're wrong. Why would you freak out and run away if you hadn't done anything wrong?
Yeah, man. This guy just sounds retarded, I guess.
Yeah, very. We've gathered that over a long period of time. This guy is really stupid.
Yeah. All right. There's this another question that how many victims were involved with the dumb system?
From recent, like from the stuff that we know,
Yeah.
the only people that I would know of would be Luna, Lyra, Void, Ali, and some other people. But I'm guessing from when we had Zesty, when he was about, he's not about anymore, from what he told us and from what we've been told by other people, a lot of people, not a lot of people gone unheard or have been heard, but haven't been heard very well. And that's just sad. Like, that's just actually like miserable because, again, that's like a weird feeling of guilt because those I feel like I should have been there to have those people voice what happened to them and help people, but that just I can't do that because no one knew, and that's how this guy's gotten away with this. It's just no one's knew. But there are quite a few as of recent. Luna was the first one we ever spoke to, and was actually, and Luna's partner as well. There we go.
Yeah.
Luna's partner was one of them, and gladly they're away from him and they're away from that whole situation. Same with Lyra, Ali, and Void. At least they're okay now and aware of what's happened. But Luna at the time, there was a few more. I can't remember their names. There was this woman. She was like 25 or something, and she was actually trying to she integrated herself into that little circle to try and help those victims just get away from them. She's done a really good job of that. I can't remember her name,
Yeah.
but if she ever does see this, I really appreciate what you've done for those people, and genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen someone do for other people. I've seen people do good things for other people, but that is amazing. And at the time when this whole thing was going off, this woman was talking to us about the victims and what was going on, and Luna was it's this whole thing of the dude likes to fearmonger people, he likes to make people scared of him. It's this is what I said. It's like a chimpanzee figuring out that they can scare another chimpanzee with something that's not very scary. That they're not going to do anything with it. They're just going to scare them into following the chimp. That's how I've always said it. That he's just doing things to scare people and to get his own way. And if he does, then he's going to continuously scare them to get his own way again. But Luna and these people, with the help of this woman, had actually stood up to him and went, "Do something. You say you're going to do something, do it. You get to do it." And he stood up to him, and he doesn't like that. Which is amazing, because when people actually stand up to him, he doesn't know what to do, which is awesome. That's a great thing, because then people can actually we can tell that to other people that he's trying to do things to, other victims, and they can probably do the same thing. They will probably click and realise, hey, he isn't going to do anything because he hasn't done anything yet. We'll just stand up against him. He won't do anything. He's a fearmonger, and it's just awful.
Yeah. All right. How do you guys know about his social media platforms, like on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram?
I'd say I'm not sure how this information was gathered, but from the time before we knew about this, and I think it was Zesty. Yeah, Zesty. He had all this information long before any of us. He'd been dealing with this for a very long time, when this guy was known as the Dumb System and Spoilt Brat and all that. The dude just gave out his public stuff. Dude just gave out his TikTok and all that, and people just found him, and that's how people find more and more and more. Because it's an amazing place, the internet, but it can also be it's a great place to be, the internet, but it's also not, because people can just find things out with the click of a finger. That's how insane it is. They've found Facebook's linked, they found other things linked to this guy, and they've just gone, right, there he is. And each and every time they've confronted him about it, he always freaks out. And he always states that that isn't him and he's never done this. But if it wasn't him, why would he freak out and run away? Why would he not defend himself and be like, well, no, that's not me, and here's why? He never does that. Because he can't do that. Because he has nothing to either back himself up, or he doesn't know how to back himself up. Even if he is going to lie, he doesn't know how to defend himself. Which proves more points to people and shows more people who he is. I'd really like to thank Zesty for giving us this, because we've just been able to absolutely wreck the guy constantly, each and every time we've encountered him. And I'm really sad that Zesty's gone, because he was a great guy. Actually was a great dude. And I really appreciate him just giving that out to people and showing people that.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. How many times does the dumb system been sending some kind of like a pornography, child porn images, or his picture of him himself? Like, how many is like the total of him been sending it towards the minors that they don't felt like they feel like unsafe or something?
I'm not so sure, but from what I've been told, a lot. Like it's all the dude knows how to send. When Misfit infiltrated his like server, she even pointed it out to him because it was pretty much all he would send.
Yeah.
She pointed it out to him and said, "Hey, isn't that kind of like unsafe? Isn't that like you can't really do that because there's children here?" And he just instantly silenced her. And it's from what when we raided his server and when we pulled some people away, it's just a lot. Like it's all the guy ever does. It's disgusting. It's awful.
Yeah. How do you guys know that you actually found his address?
Well, every time you search his name on, and everything links together, like I said, from Facebook to social medias,
Yeah.
and it just evolves from there. So when someone found his Facebook, it was like, hang on a minute, that's his name. Let's search that name up and see where we can else see him. And it just pops up like that. It literally just pops up like that. Everything right there in front of you just pops up. Full name. Search up the full name. His full name. Everything is just there.
So, like, it's just full name of him
Yep.
and his address shows on it.
It's like when you look at LinkedIn, you see people's information.
Yeah.
It's just there. And it's mental, and people have just found it. And every time people have like, I get like some people have like doxed him. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But you can literally just search his name up and he pops up like that. And it's mad. It shows you his criminal records, his like housing, his licenses, everything. And it's just insane to me. And every
Yeah.
time that we've like my mate's even made a sticker of it, which is insane. Every time we've placed that sticker down, that's like kryptonite to him. Like, dude will just weak. He sees that sticker of everything there. That's it. He's just gonna go absolutely ballistic and freak out.
Yeah.
Like even if you tell it to his face, even if you say those things to his face, he's just off. He's just gonna go off on one.
Have you ever get in trouble, like, showing those stickers, sharing to everyone? Like, there was, like, moderators, admins, or, like, the world owner that they can actually get you banned for just, like, doxing with the sticker thing in the game where you place things in it?
I think each and every time we've spoken to moderators and we've showed them that sticker, none of them have really cared, to be honest, because from what we've shown them and what we've told them, even a lot of them, like some of them have been like, maybe don't do that too much, but from what this guy's done, he absolutely deserves it. A lot of those people are like, I don't condone that to anyone, right? But if there's someone like him, it's a different story, and I will turn a blind eye to it. If it's like people just like doxing another person for no reason, then I'm like, yeah, that's awful. Don't do that. But if there's someone like this guy, then I will turn a blind eye because they absolutely should have this happen to them, especially after what they've done to other people. It's kind of like like I said, like it's like dragging these people out into the light. It's pulling them out to the public like view and showing people what they do.
Yeah. How are you guys gonna think that you're gonna, like, contact to the police department to turn it into with detective to, like, take care of some things to deal with this guy where he lives in his state, or like how are you guys gonna, like, try to get him arrested, either though you guys are like minors or something like that?
So with that whole thing and the fact that we're in contact with FFI, we know one person who who has tried it, we think, and because people live in different countries, that's a hard thing for us because we're in a different country, and they'll look at that and go, right, that's just some weird dude in a foreign country trying to do something. We're not gonna believe it. We're not gonna take it because it's in a different country. But with the help of FFI and the fact what FFI has done, then we've tried, and if it doesn't work for us, which it most likely won't, he is the next best bet, and is still actively trying to do this, and is still actively trying to sort this whole thing out, which is really, really good. But it like if we can't do that, if we can't do anything, the best thing we can do is just do what we've been doing for ages with this guy. It's just block him, report him, warn other people, make sure people are safe, and just provide as much evidence as we can to these people. And to be honest with you, that has been working because each and every time we've made a report, it's instantly acted on, and the dude's just gone. And with the way that VR chat works, it's insane. If they get enough, I think this is how it works anyway. If they get enough reports about the same thing, about the same person, even though they're on different accounts, because those accounts will be linked to their IP, they will just IP ban the dude, which is a very far stretch, but it is very possible that they will do that. And if it escalates, even they will contact police, which is insane to me. I don't know how it's not happened already, but I'm just hoping it does happen at some point.
IP ban could be a great idea for him to not be in different devices or his Wi-Fi connection, so that he would never go onto the fucking platform again.
Yeah, I think that is I think, to me anyway, I think that we're very close to that, especially how many times we reported the same person for the same things. And each and every time that we've done this, it's mainly been Misfit who's been doing this, which I'm very thankful of her doing.
Yeah.
And some other people, mainly Misfit. But I think we're very close to that possibly happening because, I mean, we've reported the same guy each and every time, different account, but they'll always link it back to the IP. And same thing each and every time, it's the same report. And they'll probably click and go, hang on a minute, this guy is continuously doing things. This guy's never going to be able to come back ever again. Because if we're getting the same stuff each time for the same person, then it's an actual issue. We'll do of course they ban him, but he just moves the account. But if it keeps happening, they'll probably just click and go, right, same guy, gone, done, never coming back, goodbye.
Yeah. Has VR chat replied to you guys if they can take legal actions for to turn in something with the police department or something like that, or have they not replied?
They've from what I've gathered, each and every time that we've made a report and the report goes either through or they're looking into it, Misfit always gets an email saying that if this is false, then this will come back on you and this won't be legal. But I think with the way that they're working now, I'm not so sure. But all I know is that Misfit gets an email each and every time she makes a report, or the report goes through, or it acts successfully. She always gets an email about something like that.
Yeah. Alright, how many pictures was the dumb system sending things to himself with a minor?
I'm not so sure, but I spoke to a victim last night. She works in this group called Multi Fandoms. She's really nice.
Multi Fandom?
Yeah, and from what I gathered, from what she told me, it's quite a lot. Every single second this dude is saying something. And she even said it got to a point where it was just too much. And I just blocked it. And I was like, well, that's good. At least you've done that. And it was she was saying to me, it's it just happens he just does it constantly. Out of random. Just every single time he'll just do it. And it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just out of nowhere, and then he continuously does it, even though they'll be like, "Hey, don't do that. Like, I don't like that. Stop." And he'll just continuously do it, or he'll threaten people. It's just like, it's just awful.
All right. Let's see. How long were you guys been investigating to that guy?
I actually can't remember, but all I know is it's been a very long time. Like weeks, like just ages. Like, I actually can't recall.
Just weeks.
I'd say like almost almost a month. I think even a month. Yeah, I think even a month.
I've been investigating towards that guy about 4 months, but nothing really much is going on about him.
No.
But after that, right now, like this month or like the last month, I mean, there is kind of a little bit more going on about him.
Yeah, which is really good.
Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is pretty much it of these questions. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience?
I'd just like to say, I want to say thanks. I want to say thank you, and that'll be great. I want to thank everyone, not just like people in my group, and not just my main maggots, but everyone who's been involved with this, everyone who's been actively helping, everyone who's been giving out information to people, warning people, just being a part of this and helping the community. I really want to say thank you to everyone, my main maggots, my whole group maggot gang. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to you too for having me here, because I really appreciate you giving the time for me to voice something, and also the two others like Misfit and Ali. Like, it's just like, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Like for just helping and helping others and giving back to others. That's all really. I have nothing else to say other than to like plug my own group. You know, Maggot Gang, we cool. We like Slipknot. And we also like bash bad people's heads in. We're very chill.
Yeah. Is this all it?
Yeah, that's all it. Thank you.
Alright, everybody, this is all the guests with the Maggot 038, Misfit _ and Ali. These are the only 3 guests with us in this podcast with the Dumb System Behavior. Or should we say, the Dumb System Predator.
Ooh.
Anyways, this is all the podcast, everybody. Thanks for watching. We like to thank you for all these guests for coming over with us to be in this channel with RXCP. And then, have a good night, everybody. And then we'll see you next time.
My world has fallen. I'm falling to my knees. Oh, yeah. And now I feel my hands trembling. Oh Lord, ain't no promise I'll breathe again. But I won't back down. For my family, you can ransom me. Headed hard, it broke me to my knees. And on the phone, I'm driving fears like somebody out there after me. My girl got my heart only. My friends, they got my back, we chase money. We together when it's storm or sunny. They expect me for the back down, it's my destiny. And this might get the best of me. I can't let you get ahead of us. I'ma have to escort you to a seat. Through it all, we can't fail, cause the plan is for the achieve. I'm just really needing some peace, hoping pain quickly leave. I admit I see I'm falling, but for my family rise up. Plan on completing every mission all before my time up. Inside this car, I get it done, just watch my motor climb up. Protecting all the ones I love, can't let this evil blind us. Falling. I'm falling to my knees. Whoa.